Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Netherwar. Thank you guys for indulging us while we got up and took a break and commiserated in the background. Um, our heroes, uh, our heroes were able to triumph over the mind-controlled Freedom League, thanks to a great helping of teamwork and a great helping of throwing Star Knight's body like a boulder. Despite Bowman's amazing ability in combat to overwhelm our heroes. um,
Yeah.
Don't underestimate the guy with the bow.
Everybody always does. That's the trick. And so,
He-
our group finds themselves standing still in the strange, shadowy realm with the defeated Freedom League at their feet.
I would like to really attempt to disable that magic now, if I can.
Sounds good. Go ahead and roll an expertise magic check. Or your nullify check, sorry. Your nullify roll.
Yes. Yep. So Resonant will put away her other stones and hold on to her diamond. So her hair is going to be silver white, and her eyes will take on that pearlescent hue. And she will attempt to expunge the nether magic.
I think
I don't think I can. I can't fail to hit.
Right.
So I should just be rolling a d20 plus 10.
Yep.
I suppose I could get a 28. Yes, I can with a 30. Crit.
Good job, Resonant.
Yay!
Nice.
I was gonna ask if there's anything I could do to help, but
You did.
Well, the good news was it was easier to expunge it once they were unconscious.
Yeah.
It just rolled really well. But Resonant rolled way better. So, Resonant, go ahead and describe how you are purging this nether material from the Freedom League.
So, knowing kind of what she's looking at now that she tried to pluck it out of Lady Liberty a little bit earlier, Resonant's kind of just all the Freedom Leaguers are lined up on the ground, and she's just kind of
Did somebody go get Star Knight?
yeah, I'm assuming we did.
No.
Centurion, will you go get Star Knight?
Fuck her, she's fine.
And Resonant will basically kind of she'll stand over them as a group, and she'll close her eyes, but that silver white pearlescence will kind of like bathe out of her eyes as she's doing this, and that glow will kind of encase her hands, and the light just kind of gets brighter and brighter as she's holding it over the top of the Freedom League. And these straining motes of purple black darkness are it's like that sticky goo. As you try to pull it off, it's got those tendrils that just don't want to snap until that last one just snaps. And there's 6 floating motes of dark energy that are kind of floating in Resonant's left hand, not the right hand. And she just kind of crushes them by making a fist.
Excellent. And when you crush them, your whole body is sort of covered in that glowing Master Mage glow that Seven had. It passes over you for a moment before it dissipates. And the Freedom League slowly starts to blink awake.
Resonant will put the diamond away and kind of touch the malachite around her neck and go, they're gonna tap me out.
Hey, maybe don't put that thing away yet. I don't know if you saw, but like something weird's happening when I try to do my vibration trick.
What do you mean weird?
But like it started eating Johnny's life force. Like that seems a little weird to me.
Yeah. Let me take a look.
Okay.
Expertise magic check on that, Alex.
Sure.
Okay, 2 20s in a row.
Nice.
Oh, I guess it's going to be like that. Okay.
That's a 35 for those at home.
Sweet.
So, Resin, you're sort of examining Overdrive's aura. And Overdrive, you're used to sort of resonating with his speed. You know that his speed is drawn from some extra dimensional space. Um, but the connection between him and that space seems to be infected with these sort of long black tendrils that kind of pass all the way through his astral surrounding aura, all the way into the wellspring of velocity.
I'm gonna give him a very quizzical look. Dave, what did you do?
I don't know. Like there was this weird feeling when we came through the portal, and then when I tried to use my powers to slow Johnny down, and like it worked, but like it was doing this thing, and it was like aging really fast. It was eating up his life force. And I pulled it back in, and then I forgot. And I thought maybe it was just like a first time in this weird new place, and then I went to do it to Lady Liberty, but I guess good thing I missed because yeah, it was bad.
Something's entwined in your speed. I don't know what it is. And
Is using my speed making it worse?
I don't know necessarily using your speed is making it worse. I think it's attacking with your speed. It's a rider, basically.
Can you do something? Can
I
you
can
flush it?
I can try.
That sounds really good because that scares me. That's not good.
Yeah, let me try. And she'll pull the diamond out again. And Kevin is a willing participant, so I don't have to worry about touching him.
Yeah, and you actually don't have to roll.
Okay.
I'm going to deal you a hero point.
This is going to hurt.
Oh.
Resonant, you go and you start. I guess I'll give one to Overdrive too, because he's being affected as well. But you start trying to break the connection between Overdrive and this sort of inky blackness that's connecting him to the speed. And as you reach out with your magic, you see black tendrils emerge from it, trying to reach into the connection between you and your magic as well. And you're able to just break it off in time before it infects you too.
Oh, whoa. Oh, this thing, it's almost alive. It tried to attack me as I tried to break it out of you.
Oh, well, yeah, don't do that. Oh.
No. I think we might need to go see the guy who had the Freedom League under his thumb. Maybe he can tell us what the heck this is. If you got it on the way here.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't think he's going to be too amenable.
The Freedom League is awake at this point. They're all they're sitting up now and sort of rubbing the bruises and the battered body parts that they have from facing down your superhero team, who is not yet named. Previously the Liberty League, but
Previously the Liberty League. So Resonant will kind of go, hi. Sorry about the beat down, but kind of had to protect ourselves. Who's really hurt?
they seem to be none the worse for wear. Just some bruises and superficial injuries.
Okay. So, if anybody needs to top off, she can pull on the malachite and do a healing.
Yeah, Lady Liberty will sort of look around. She say, "Well, I guess it's a good thing Daedalus was here to keep you all safe when we showed up." What happened?
I'm looking at Overdrive and Mortis and Centuria.
Centuria has this huge smile on her face, like the biggest you've ever seen her smile, and she's just standing there.
She is very happy.
Lady Liberty's like, "I like your haircut, Centuria. It looks great, Kate."
I am so happy to see you.
Glom hug.
We haven't been gone that long.
You've been gone forever.
How long have we been gone? Oh, wait, who can remember what happened? And they're all sort of looking around at each other, and nobody seems to have any recognition for what happened.
So Centuria pulled us in when she got the notification that you guys were in trouble on the planet. When we arrived, the Icarus was had been boarded by not that one,
Lomas
not that
Life.
one either. Yes, Lomas Life. I was looking for her character. Lomas Life. We managed to kick her off the ship and onto her own, and come down and get Daedalus, who then helped us track you guys, well, into the Terminus, which is kind of where we're at right now.
We're in the Terminus. Lady Liberty looks around.
Yeah. Does the name Tarvon ring a bell?
Star Knight and Johnny Rocket will say, yeah, we're aware of Tarvon. He's a sorcerer who opposes Omega in the Terminus. He's like the second most powerful bad guy down here.
We're pretty sure he's what was controlling you.
Oh,
Bowman's like, really? The second most powerful bad guy was controlling us? Whack.
And, well, I guess, if it's only the second most powerful bad guy, it's not so bad that you got beat up by, well, not a superhero. Used to be a superhero, pointing over at Mortis, and over Dave over there. And Centuria.
what? Hey, Emerald City, hello. Oh, man,
Yeah,
I get no props. And I have an action figure. How many of these guys can say that?
I
All
can't
of
wait
them.
for you guys to meet Davy.
Thunderbolt's. He doesn't have a face, but you can feel he's confused.
Thunderbolt can't emote, but he's emoting.
It's a Deadpool mask situation.
Yeah. What is the last thing you guys remember?
We remember being on Vazatanya. Physician Friendly was there, and then we were taken out in the woods, and then everything's blurry after that. I think there were some cultists, maybe?
Tarvon's minions, we think. When we arrived at the clearing in the woods, they were chanting his name. Something about sacrificing innocence. And Resonant's going to point back at the huddle of 1920s aliens back at the ship.
They're poking their heads around the spaceship.
Like, is it okay? So when we got here, the Omega drones were, kind of easy, and then, then U6, which that wasn't fun.
I wish we knew more about what was going on, but I don't remember much after we came through the portal.
What's important is that you're alive again.
We were dead? Says Lady Liberty.
Yes.
It's
So were
complicated.
they.
It's complicated.
Are we dead
Time-
now?
No, I hope not.
Not here.
Thunderbolt's like, how would we even know if we were all dead?
That's true.
Mortis Overdrive, what do we want to do from here?
We
Go ahead.
find this Tarvon guy? Like, is there a way to? Can you trace back that magic?
Yeah, maybe the ship has a
Oh,
autopilot.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the ship.
I mean, I could certainly try with what I did earlier, but I mean, we could check the ship first.
We don't exactly know how to get home, do we? Or at least back out of the terminus.
We do not. Says Daedalus.
Well, I guess we should probably keep them hostages with us till we can find a way out.
Yeah.
10 superheroes should be able to protect
3 hostages.
3 hostages, right?
And you hope. You hope.
Technically 11, I suppose, forgetting about Daddy List there.
There are
So
a lot of y'all.
there are a lot of us now. So yeah, do we want to check the ship for a autopilot back to Tarvon's lair?
Sure.
Before I start magicking.
Who's gonna check the ship?
Daedalus.
Daedalus.
Yeah.
He got voluntold.
Keep your shirt on.
He's used to voluntelling. He just got voluntold.
This never happens.
Well, I'm figuring if there's a tech issue, he should definitely be the one to take a look at it.
Daedalus gets a 39 on his technology check
Sweet Jeebus.
to come over and start examining the ship. He heads in. He takes his helmet off. He starts poking away at some of the terminals. And you see the back does swing open, and inside it looks like this is designed to carry people large distances. There's a row of seats up against both walls that have like roller coaster security bars that come down. And he's poking through. He says, well, it looks like, everyone, that there is a navicomputer aboard, and I can find a couple of most recent addresses, coordinates, so to speak. I should have at
Okay.
least be able to take this wherever they wanted us to wind up.
I guess it's a start.
Yeah.
And the good thing is they'll still think that the Freedom League's under their mind control.
Maybe.
Well,
Lady Liberty's like, we should totally Star Wars this. Centuria, you should be Chewbacca.
I'll be whoever you want me to be.
Yeah, we can pretend like we captured you guys and take you back wherever you're supposed to go.
Gemma's gonna look at Mortis.
it's not a bad plan.
It's not a bad plan, but I'm just worried about the fact that the magic that had them controlled, that I'm fairly certain that left a signature.
Yeah, and was it a visible signature? Or was it something that we could see?
Something I could detect with my magic. So another magic user would be able to detect it.
Do you think his hench people will have that ability?
No, but he will.
Yeah,
Most likely.
well, if we can get past the henchmen to him, then I'm pretty sure at that point the gig is up anyway.
Fair. Okay.
This is gonna go so well.
I love it when a plan comes together.
Tarvon, we would have words with thee.
I've come to bargain.
All right. We'll take the ship.
All right. Alex, what was the mistake you made as a GM? I had the whole Freedom League in store with them.
Yep.
Now there's 11 superheroes I've got to worry about.
Yep.
Yeah.
Turvon's smart. He'll just give up.
I miss Davy.
Where is Davy?
Back on the ship.
Oh, yeah.
Cloning himself.
Daddy List made me leave him there.
That's right.
So, where is everybody loading up in the transport? It looks like there's room up front for a couple of people to sit. The pilot and a co-pilot, and then the back seems to be the storage for most of the other folks.
Probably, I'll sit in steerage.
I'll sit wherever Overdrive sits.
Okay. Sit towards the front of the passenger compartment.
Daedalus should probably pilot because he's probably a far better pilot than any of us.
Yes.
Yes.
True that.
And I guess I can sit up front as well. I think someone with some sort of magical senses or whatever should be up front. But I'm open to.
Nope, that works.
Take your seat.
Sorry, I'm just dragging out all the Freedom League members. So I know who I'm dealing with here.
It's a very busy comic panel now.
Hey,
Yeah.
Lady Liberty's neck looks like that.
this is a George Perez comic panel.
I think it's because she's. I think it's just the way her body is turned.
Yeah, I think
Oh.
it's just like a weird angle.
Yeah. The scarf doesn't, the cape doesn't
scarf.
help.
The long scarf.
The long scarf.
Long back scarf.
Just gonna push you guys around just a little bit so I can put. Okay, there we go. Everybody's on page. Okay.
Beautiful.
So the shuttle lifts off the ground and goes taking off into the night. You all find yourselves rocking over a strange alien landscape that is pocked with a lot of black stone, a lot of grays, very thick smoke and smog all the way through. The shadows beneath you seem hungry. Any light that goes down is immediately devoured, and sort of everything darkens and deepens as you're floating over. There aren't a whole lot of buildings to speak of as you're making your way around. You do see one very large, dark citadel looming up ahead that seems to be surrounded with a number of small black stone buildings, usually one-story shacks. You see there are a number of Omega drones moving around, keeping an eye on fields and fields of people at work. And as you approach this sort of walled-in citadel that Daedalus is marking as the intended drop-off place for you all, I would like everybody to roll a perception check.
Perception.
I'm paying attention to Daedalus as he's flying, trying to pick up tips and tricks and stuff.
Awesome.
Uh,
I got a whopping 14.
19.
I got a
Yes.
rock.
I
mean, a 10.
16.
Mortis is paying more attention to how Daedalus is driving.
Yeah.
But you're getting some pretty good tricks, and he's doing that thing that dads do where they're sort of like pointing out what they're doing as they're doing it.
Well, I figured this is going to be my good excuse to buy vehicles when we get some PowerPoints. So but one of us can actually fly the ship.
He's like, well, you see, if you it's very important not to change gear in the middle of flying.
Why
Why is the check engine light on?
I just ignore
What?
that. It's fine.
Why does a spaceship have gears?
You got to put it into first if you want to leave the atmosphere. Anything above that is good for inner atmosphere, but you don't want to go below that while you're in space.
Oh my god.
You can tell Alex doesn't know how to drive a manual car.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just wait till it breaks down and Mortis has to hold the flashlight for Daedalus. Then Daedalus is going to hurt his feelings.
Yep. Daedalus.
So, Centuria, you're the only person who really notices this, but ahead of you, there is a platform that looks like it juts off of the citadel just a little bit. It looks like a landing pad of some sort. There are a few individuals that look like they're hiding from your shuttle, waiting for it to land.
What are those people over there doing?
What do you mean?
The people are hiding from us, silly.
Mm.
Do you not see them?
Well, now I do that you've pointed them out.
You think they're playing hide and seek? They're about to lose.
Badly.
I think that's what they thought about us.
Well, there's 11 superheroes on this plane thing. Okay, I think we're fine.
Are we gonna look around at the rest of the Freedom Lake? So are we doing the Star Wars thing?
Does that mean we're getting into like a smuggling compartment?
Or are we putting on, handcuffs?
Is that what you meant?
That's what I meant. The whole
Okay.
Chewbacca scene.
Oh, okay. I mean, I guess that'll work.
We can try it. Worst comes to worst, it doesn't work, and we blast the shit out of them.
Yep.
Simple enough.
Wait, which side am I on?
Ours.
I
Do
hope.
I have to be a?
Yeah,
No,
'cause
I
you-
mean, like, am I a captive or am I like
Well,
a prisoner?
I guess because you would be a captive, because like we weren't controlled by Tarvon, so we should be showing up as the prisoners.
Yes.
Fair. But I don't have Davy. What if they know?
But
Well, how will they know you don't have Davy? I mean,
I always have Davy.
but maybe Davy got blasted when you were captured. Like, maybe the Freedom League didn't know to bring Davy along. I mean, why would they ask about that? Because that's super creepy. But anyway, so yeah.
Just so you guys know, this is what the folks that are lying in wait look like.
Oh, fun.
I think I had a lunchbox with them on it.
it's an alternate universe version of me. I mean, yeah.
Well,
Why is that man's torso so long?
He's drawn by Rob Liefeld. I'm just kidding. Oh!
Shots fired.
nothing to do it but to do it, right?
Yeah.
So, quick question before as we're going in for landing, for that mystical brand mark thing you saw, was that something that was visible to you? Like when you're in magic site, were you able to see it, or?
I got a sense of it when I figured out that the magic was actually what was controlling the Freedom League, and then when I disabled it, when I nullified it, there were these black motes that I was able to, remove and destroy. So, yes, I'm imagining magical sight would probably notice it.
Okay, I was just wondering if there's a way of, maybe I could fake it, but no.
As a matter of fact, Resident, will you roll a perception check for me real quick?
Sure can. Maybe I'll roll better than a 6 this time. Yes, it was a 9, so it's a 19.
You actually notice that the area where you pulled the magic out of them does look like an Omega brand, very similar to Centuria's Omega brand.
Huh. But does it look like it's fading, unlike Centuria's, or does it look like it's permanent?
Looks like it's permanent, like Centuria's.
Oh. Actually, it's an Omega brand.
I have one of those.
Yeah, they're all in different positions on their bodies, but they are all the same size.
Okay. I mean, if it's a brand, it's not going anywhere at the very least. But so the magic, not being able to see the magic, but the brand could theoretically be seen.
Wait a minute. Isn't Tarvon opposed to Omega?
Yes.
So why would he give them an Omega brand if he's the one controlling them?
Maybe he's already fallen.
Oh, that's great. That's just great. The number 1 and the number 2 bad guy are now on the same page, and we're flying right into there.
Makes him
Alex.
number 12, right?
Yeah.
Did you say my
Alex,
name, Kat?
in my timeline, was Omega the one to give me the Omega brand?
He was not.
Who gave it to me?
Tarvon the Undying did.
I will mention that.
Okay, I mean, maybe I don't know my magical bad guys very well, but that seems a little odd to me. Is that a magic thing? Just do weird stuff? I mean,
Yeah, it does seem a little weird. Can I do an insight check to maybe glean a little bit more info?
Or
Sure.
is there like anything else that I would know from like my
Yeah, talking with Centuria.
Centuria, you
Maybe
roll
I
an
can.
expertise Netherwar check.
Expertise, Netherwar, 23.
23. Awesome. Um,
Dear Lord.
Nice.
Andy has appeased the Roll20 machine spirit.
Apparently, it's another crit for on my insight, which just gives me a 35. So I'm assuming with Cat's Nether War check and Resonant kind of listening to it.
Resonant and Centuria, you're both sort of corroborating what's going on. You're starting to think that, especially with Centuria's knowledge of recent events in her timeline, the Omega symbol itself is not necessarily just a symbol of Omega. It can also be a symbol for entropy in general. So it could be that Tarvan is trying to channel the end of the universe, basically, through his magic using this particular sigil.
Hey,
Okay.
sounds like a great guy.
Well, I mean, he wants to overthrow Omega just so that he can take over the galaxy, the universe, the multiverse by himself. So
Yeah,
he wants to be the one that does it, not anybody else.
And Centuria, with your knowledge of the Netherwar, you do know that Omega's plan is to end all existence. So to basically just make everything cease to exist using entropy. Tarvan wishes to plunge everything into darkness, which is a slight but distinct difference.
Legally distinct.
Mm-hmm. I was thinking it.
Tarvan wants there to be something left to rule over, just in the shadows. But Omega wants everything to stop existing.
Including himself.
Yes.
He needs to go to therapy.
There is no therapy in the Terminus. Copays are too high.
Okay.
Stupid HMOs. They just don't work here.
Okay, well, I will communicate my information, obviously, to Resonant and the others.
Yeah. So with all that, it's very possible that this is just Tarvan doing his things, and he's still trying to
Okay.
oppose Omega and whatever. If Omega's been taken over by Una or some tether of Una or whatever is actually going on here. I still can't believe she might still be here. So,
Daedalus is going to land the ship now.
yeah. And then we're going to Star Wars this.
Are we actually, like, binding our hands together?
Well, if we do it like they did in Star Wars, the cuffs are closed but not locked, so therefore they can be broken out of with a simple, motion.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I can break out of handcuffs.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah.
I guess
Oh,
it
but
doesn't
these are
matter.
Terminus edition handcuffs. I'm sure they're heavy duty.
I'm heavy duty.
Nobody doubts that.
Hero point.
She'll walk over to Overdrive and say, "Do you want to put these on me?"
Sure. And if that's how we're going to play it.
Then she'll turn around and just put her hands behind her back.
Okay. Ooh, not in front of the others. Okay. So,
You get a text from Tracy.
in the Terminus, I got service.
She said something.
She
That is
senses
pro-
a disturbance in the Speed Force. I mean,
that is exactly how it works too. Across the multiverse, they sense it.
well, she
Every
is your
time
lightning
a
rod.
barista writes his name with a heart on the cup.
Man,
Nice.
Well, she is your lightning rod, right?
yeah. Wait, thanks, Mortis. Great. I wasn't feeling bad enough about all this. Thanks.
Great, awesome. Glad I
Who's
could help.
Tracy?
That's a long story. We'll talk about that later.
Oh, okay.
There is no Tracy in your timeline.
I know, I am the Tracy.
There's only Zool.
Wow.
She'll sort of like sidle up next to Thunderbolt and be like, "Hi."
That was No, he doesn't remember that. Never mind. I was gonna say it was really cool how you punched me in the face, but no, he doesn't remember that. He'll kind of put his hand on your arm and get ready to escort you away from the prison ship.
As they're about to leave, she'll ask how his face is.
Well, I don't have a face, but that part of my containment suit hurts somehow.
Cool.
I don't know how you hit me so hard.
I'm just that good.
Also, I want to talk to Daedalus about why he put nerve endings in this thing.
I missed you. What is his real name? Does he have a real name?
His name is Ray.
I missed you, Ray.
I missed you too, Kate. It's only been a couple hours for me, I think. It's hard to tell. Time passes kind of weird down here.
The last I saw you, you were dead.
Yeah, that's what you said. You want to elaborate on that? Do you know how or when?
We don't have time to elaborate right now. I'll tell you the story later.
Okay.
Oh man.
Wow, that's cool.
Cold.
He's like, well, that means I'm probably going to survive this encounter, so that's good news.
Hopefully.
Did-
I'd hate to see you dead again.
Wow.
Have any of you heard from Nova?
Nope.
Nope.
Last I saw, she was dead.
She was taken before the rest of us were taken. But she wasn't taken by Tarvan's people. She was taken by Omega's people.
And I think that's what has us worried.
So, are you all clearing the ship now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Alright, you are all aware of the people lying in wait, so they do not ambush you as they leap out of the crates with their weapons drawn.
How many crates?
All the crates.
25 crates. I'm gonna need a spreadsheet that's like, how many crates have I said in the past, so I never repeat a number. Yeah, so the three of them, they do leap out with their weapons drawn, and they move to attack you all. And they say, "Death to Tarvan's servants! Freedom from the Freedom League, or from the Liberty League."
Oh. We messed up.
Nope, we can take care of this. Wait, stop.
Hammer time.
No, one of them has a hammer.
Oh no.
Resident will raise her hands up and the cuffs will fall off. It's like, this was just a ruse.
And they say, so was this. Oh, crap. We've been double rused.
Would you like a persuasion check, Alex?
I would love a persuasion check.
If they find me attractive, I get a +2.
I'll give you a +2.
I loved hearing Andy say that.
I mean, if they find me attractive.
Like, if they find me attractive.
I mean, she's literally not wearing a costume. She's wearing a spacesuit.
That's pretty hot.
That's a 27 on the persuasion check.
It has
Alex,
pockets.
Yes, it does.
Does a twirl.
That too.
Thankfully, it has pockets.
It's like a 1950s Nuka Girl spacesuit. It does have a mini skirt for no reason.
Well, yeah.
I've been glaring at Daedalus the entire time. Why did you put one of these together? Why was it on the Icarus? 2. 'Cause it
Questions
was
better not asked.
Yes.
It was a different
Anyway.
time.
You had plenty of time to fix this.
I've got a lot of things I've got to fix on my plate. They do stop with your 29 on your persuasion check. The guy in the front with the red sort of spandex suit with the eagle on the front, he holds up his fists for both of his allies to stop. And he'll say, "What is the meaning of this?"
They're not mind controlled anymore. We were hoping to get to Tarvan without being detected as, as prisoners and find a way out of Terminus. Find Nova.
He kind of crosses his arms and looks you both up and down. Oh, your whole group up and down. He says, "You seek to take the fight to Tarvan."
Well, yeah.
You
Kinda
have-
didn't have any other choice.
Is this all of you?
The civilians in the ship don't count.
You do not have enough men to fight Tarvan. Apologies.
What
You
did
don't
you
have
say?
enough.
Well,
You
maybe
don't
we
have
could
enough
just kind of
soldiers.
convince him. I mean, rather than fight him, we could just maybe convince him.
How many men would we need?
An army, thousands maybe.
Can we do this outside of, just open air view?
Get
maybe?
back into the ship. Back into the ship.
Okay.
And the three of them will come into the shuttle with you if you allow them.
And our numbers go up to
At least this thing was meant to carry a lot of people.
14.
Yeah.
14 superheroes.
Hey, I do the count laugh. Come on.
Oh, sorry. Where are you from, Offworlders?
Tongue-tied?
Yeah, it's having trouble speaking today.
We're from a planet called Earth. Just because I could.
Oh.
The
So
whole
you're-
planet Houston.
You are also from Freedom City, then.
Yes.
Saved every one of us. Yes.
The guy in the red suit gestures to the man wearing blue, and he says, "This is Max. Max is also from Freedom City. He was the one who alerted me to the Freedom League when they departed."
You have a connection back to the Freedom League from inside the Terminus? Or to Freedom City?
Max is from Freedom City, but he was brought to the Terminus as a child.
Like Nova was brought to the Terminus by Omega when she was a child? Or no?
I don't believe it's the same situation as the children of Omega.
Okay.
Max, Max accidentally wound up in the Terminus.
Oh. You just stepped through a portal?
He stepped through
Between
a portal
realities?
in Lantern Hill.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
I kind of know what that's like. Step through a portal, end up somewhere you didn't expect to be. Get stuck there.
So you're stuck here in the Terminus.
As far as we know, yeah.
And your first plan was to go and punch the biggest guy in the prison yard to, establish dominance?
Second biggest.
Not anymore. Things have changed since the last time you were here, Earthling.
I wasn't here before.
Well, Omega is no longer the ruler of the Terminus.
How did we miss that?
What
Tarvon
happened
has
to him?
Tarvon has come into some great magical ability. He is more powerful than anyone else we've ever seen.
Arvon has the connection to Una's nether magic, not Omega.
We
That's
thought
not
maybe it was
good.
the source book that he'd acquired. You're saying that this is from a different source from outside of the Terminus?
Well, when I was able to cleanse the mind control from the rest of the Freedom League, I definitely got that sense that it was nether magic and not something else. Right, Alex?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Just making sure I'm telling them the correct information.
Well, that is interesting. I thought surely Tarvon had broken in and stolen the book, or reached the heart of the Doom Coil.
When
This is all sounding terrible bad.
Yeah, really. So Tarvon has control of the Terminus now. What happened to Omega?
He has been forced into service of Tarvon,
Oh boy.
mind controlled and set loose in the Netherworld. As a matter of fact, to take back as many worlds as he could, absorbing them into the shadow. For what purpose, I have no idea. He's not dragging them into the doom coil as he would typically do so.
This is all a little weird and very
So
over my head.
you thought he got some book or something?
The source book. It is well, it's the most powerful thing in the Omniverse. It is the source of the first words ever written, shortly after creation itself, when the Terminus was beautiful and paradise before all of this. And he sort of gestures around to the darkness around him.
I'm gonna look at Mortis. Do you think if Tarvon has Una's magic, he has to do what she was doing and try to capture 1,000 worlds? And by going to the Netherworlds that she had already done, that's an easy process?
I don't think it'd be an easy process, but I can see that being something that they would try. I'm just wondering if, how this could tie into that source book. And if it was from before life and creation, I don't know if I don't know if I could find a way to tap into it and find it or not, but
Well, it would be. I'm gonna look at the gentleman speaking. Wouldn't it be weird for Tarvon to have subjugated Omega and not taken the source book or the Doom Coil?
He would definitely at least have to take the doom coil from him. The source book is something that no creature of darkness can touch.
Oh,
Can't or won't?
Can't. Believe me, Omega wants nothing more than to grab that book and throw it into the doom coil and destroy it for all eternity, but it contains the pure power of creation. It is the antithesis of entropy.
well, if it's all creation and the and life, is there any way we can hotwire your healing magic to use that as a hoping beacon?
maybe. Again, not something I'm trained for, but I mean, you know what? I wasn't trained to heal people in the Netherworld either, and we managed that. So
There's a whole lot of making shit up on the fly. That's how,
yeah, really.
that's how we roll.
Superheroes.
I cast duct tape and twine.
I cast chewing gum and paperclip. Or I cast MacGyver, really, is what I should be casting.
I don't know. It was just an idea.
Okay. But yeah, I mean, that's a decent idea. Can I, with Ritualist, put together something with my healing ability to track a major font of creation magic?
You sure can try.
Okay.
Sounds like a good use of a hero point.
Definitely sounds like a good use of a hero point.
I will be more than willing to do whatever I can to help.
Yeah, go ahead. For an aid check, you can roll expertise magic to aid.
Yeah.
Siren will also aid.
Expertise magic.
Now that she's not stabbing everybody in the head with a sword.
I got a 25 on that magic check.
Yeah, so you will add a +5 to what Resonant is about to roll. Thanks to Mortis. Mortis would have done it on his own, but Mortis and Siren both aid.
Okay. So that's a +5 to... You'd like an expertise magic from me?
Yes, I would.
Okie dokie. That is a 24 with the +5.
With a 24, you start creating this ritual to basically unlock a path to the source book or figure out where the source book might be. And you start focusing on this magic. Go ahead and describe what the ritual looks like, Mortis and Resonant.
So I'm basically, I think Resonant is gonna just sit down, cross-legged, and she's gonna put her um, index and middle finger on the malachite to basically use it as a focus, and she's basically gonna try to she's gonna draw the power of that out and try to basically sonar the source book. And then, however, Siren and Mortis want to help with that.
So yeah, sitting across from her as she's doing the ritual, Mortis is channeling his energy and kind of just feeding and having his stuff warp around based on hers, to the point where very much the dark and eerie kind of shadows creep and crawl and smoke and like fog kind of makes like almost a small little miniature map terrain topography map of the area, and kind of seeing the ripples of light off of her sonar type spell bouncing around trying to find a path to it.
Excellent. And Siren will sort of conjure a pool of water in her hands that she'll use to help focus the energy being broadcast by Resonant and Mortis. And you both sort of reach in and start thinking how and where this source book might be. And everything around you gets cold and dark. And you do not sense any location of this book. I'm going to deal everybody a hero point. As the citadel around you begins to blacken and the sky begins to almost become more oppressive, pulling down on all of you, you think you have attracted the attention of someone.
Oh, so it's not just that Tarvon is succeeding. That's a relief. I was worried for a second there.
The three men that you're with, the three locals of the Terminus, they look around and they say, "We need to go."
The townies. Terminus townies.
Terminus townies. We need to get out of here as fast as we can.
Daedalus?
You can say that again.
You're on. I'm on it. Does anybody want to hop into the co-pilot seat and help me with this?
Yeah. I did this once before, right? What are the odds?
Yep.
Vehicles. Uh, 10 to help.
That does
that's-
technically help.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say, at least you're helping.
So there. Ha, ha. Y'all
So
want to
that'll
make
give-
fun?
That'll give Daedalus a +2. We gotta drop some weight. We've got too many
We
superheroes.
crashed to the ground.
Oh man.
So the hovercraft that you guys are in, it lifts up off of the landing pad and starts to take off, and the sky is just thick with this black sort of inky cloud that's following along with you all. The engines are just
faster would be
muttering
better.
and sputtering, and you're trying to escape. And we're going to enter into a skill challenge at this point,
Oh heck.
Oh,
as Tarvon is trying to capture your ship.
dun 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 dun.
So I'm gonna roll a secret GM roll back here.
Oh boo.
I mean, I could roll it. I could roll it in public if you want.
No, I take it back. Never mind.
47. That could have been way
Okay.
worse.
It could have been way better.
Could have been way better. So with a 47, I am going to ask you all, just the PC heroes. I'm not going to include the NPC heroes.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, that'd be a challenge.
All the NPC heroes.
All the NPC heroes, and the hostages. How are the PCs going to aid in the assist with this skill challenge? I'm going to just go around. You guys just tell me which skill or which power you want to bring to bear to aid in your escape from Tarvon. And I would like to start with Centuria.
Knew you were gonna start with me. I don't know. I'm assuming that this ship doesn't have windows.
It does have windows.
Do they roll down?
They do not roll down.
They're power windows. It's more like a.
That's what I meant, because I can't throw anything at the people.
You could open the back hatch and throw something if you want it.
Won't that suck people out?
That's what the shoulder harnesses are for.
Don't throw Star Knight.
Yeah, I guess I'll do that. And I'll throw something that we don't need, but is heavy.
Bowman.
No, because I want Calvin to come play.
That's fair.
But I can, like, rip a chair up or something.
Yeah. So, and because Centuria is so strong, it's not necessarily about the weight she's shedding, but the force she's exhibiting throwing something out the back. Because in the world of physics, things have an equal and opposite reaction.
Yes.
Not that we want to bring real physics into the superhero game or we're all in trouble.
No.
Seriously.
You guys assume that superhero physics don't work. I say there's no proof of that.
Do I have to roll anything?
Yeah, I want you to go ahead and roll a strength check.
Got a 24.
Awesome. So you are able to add a degree of success to the escape
Yay.
check. Let me write down where I can mark that. So the group has 1 degree of success now. How does Resonant want to contribute?
So Resonant would like to basically use. She would like to use the power of the Malachite, and specifically her radiant waves, which is both life force and magical, to kind of repel this dark energy. Basically, I'd like to try to, like, because it's perception area damage, I'd like to maybe like sheath the ship in it to keep it from taking. Or actually, you know what I'll do instead? I will actually do the riposte, and basically surround the ship with the soul swords.
Excellent.
To ward off the attacks.
darkness.
Yes. So. There's it's perception area deflect. It doesn't have a roll, but
so it doesn't have a roll. It looks like it is rank 8.
yes,
So go ahead and roll a d20 plus 8.
sure. $25.
Excellent. That'll be a degree of success. So yeah, go ahead and describe what happens, Resonant.
So Resonant's gonna kind of shift through a couple of the stones and then settle on the black onyx, and she's gonna pull on that power, and nobody else will be able to see it because it's subtle. But she basically she surrounds the ship with a ring of soul swords that are basically meant to protect the ship from any wandering attacks.
Awesome. Overdrive, what do you want to do?
Is it possible to sort of lend my speed to the ship, like sort of like a inverted speed wake kind of thing?
Yes, it is.
Get out and push.
Go ahead and make a
That's not exactly what I had in mind, but sort of yeah. I don't know how to explain it better than like instead of me dragging with the speed wake, like me sort of
pushing.
loaning my speed power to the ship, like that's a thing.
Go ahead and give me a speed check.
And that is a 24.
That is another degree of success. Overdrive, you do transfer some of that black energy into the ship, however.
Crap. Uh, we're gonna need to clean out the. We're gonna need an oil change when this is over. It's bad.
Go ahead and give me an insight check, Overdrive, as that happens.
Oh boy. Insight. Oh, prepare to be dazzled. 7.
Yeah, it's going to need an oil change.
Yeah, it's gonna be an oil change.
And that brings us to Mortis. To bring us on
So-
home. See how it goes.
Mortis wants to spend a hero point. Because what Mortis wants to do is. I have a theory that this part of the Terminus is closer to the underworld, dimensionally speaking, than other parts.
I think it's a reasonable theory.
And what I want to do is have some of the energy from, like, instead of opening the gate to the underworld, I just want to crack it open a little bit and some of the energy pour into this dimension, basically causing haunted effects like ground fog and lengthening shadows and basically just ghosting the hell out of the entire area to give us more cover to disappear into.
Excellent. Yeah. Go ahead and give me a hero point, and then you can roll whatever's the better of your stealth, expertise, magic, or your effect rank for your ghost control array.
And my excuse for this is that Mortis has actually been studying because he's actually getting the ritualist ability soon.
Nice.
If I can spend a hero point, it's not letting me spend a hero point. I have no idea why.
I'll just steal it.
Let it go. Yep. So, actually, that should have been. It wasn't. Still horrible roll. I clicked the wrong one, but still horrible roll. I want to spend another hero point to actually get a reroll on that.
Excellent.
22.
Yeah, so with a 22, that is another degree of success. All right, moment of truth. You all got right to the cusp. So I'm going to say high or low, and I'm going to roll a d4 to see who I want to make that decision.
Oh.
Mortis, high or low?
Low.
49. It was just low.
Just low.
Oh
Wow.
my god.
You know why I said low? The
Why?
underworld.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
you all are focusing your energy. You're all working together to try and just escape from this cloud that's following all of you. And you see, it's starting to take form. The clouds are starting to grow faces where you can see the sort of wizened skeletal face with glowing green eyes, beginning to incant in this ancient language of entropy. You start hearing these dark words that just start pulling on every single hope and dream and aspiration you've ever had. It's very much like an antidepressant commercial. And all of you working together are just able to get the ship clear of that space, and Daedalus punches in the hyperdrive, and you shoot off out of the shadow world. All of you working together. Good job, guys. You almost crashed into into that cloud. And that would have been a bad ending for the episode.
Yeah.
You see that the guy in the red tunic, he introduces himself as Freedom Bird. He's sort of leaning over the he's up against the wall that separates the cockpit from the passenger room, and he's giving Daedalus coordinates. And all of you do have a little bit of time as you're passing through. You fly for a couple of hours until you break atmosphere on another world within the Terminus. This one is called Silverwood. You can see on the instruments. And as you come down, there is this enormous silver tree that takes up basically the northern hemisphere of the planet. Looking down, you start zipping in and out, and you come to the base of this tree where you find a massive castle that is built out of this glittering silver bark, almost like a Robin Hood Men in Tights style castle with a palisade, a number of people about and around.
So we come to a section of the base of this tree, right? Because the tree
Yes.
takes the whole north. Okay.
Yeah, you come to a section
like
of
this-
the base of this tree.
Yeah, dear lord. Either that, it's a very small planet, and that's really weird.
It could be both.
It's true, it could be.
Leave Pluto alone.
This is the first sort of mote of light you've seen at all the whole time you've been here in the Terminus. It's very nestled away almost at the edge of visible space from where you guys came from. And as you come down to the base of this tree, you land the shuttle, and what did I say his name was? Freedom Bird? Freedom Bird steps down off the ramp and he says, This is Castle Furious. It is the home base of the Furions, which is our group here. We are the last of the Alpheans who are fighting against Omega and those who would turn the Terminus into darkness. This is the safest place that we can find to begin looking for the source book. We haven't heard anything from the book since Tarvon got his new powers.
The book talked to you.
The guy who keeps the book talks to us.
And you haven't seen or heard from him?
We haven't seen from him or from his messenger.
Hmm.
And when he says that, as you see the ramp is down, you hear a bike bell.
Bike bell?
And
Ting ting.
as you turn, you do see there is a tall, well-dressed man with a bowler hat and a tweed suit, who he sort of pops out of thin air on an old school bicycle that's got the big wheel on the front. And
Okay.
Freedom Bird sort of looks at him and he says, "Yeah, that's the book guy's friend that we haven't seen in a while."
Maybe he can tell you where the book guy is.
And the guy on the bicycle gets off and he comes up to you and he takes off his bowler hat and he bows real low. And in a very posh upper-class British accent that I can't replicate because it'll just turn into Irish, swoops
My
low,
French always turns into German.
and he says, "My name is Scrivener Jones, and I understand from my master that you are seeking the source book, and seeking to make what is right what has been made wrong in the Terminus. Is that correct?"
Yes,
If we can.
we can.
Cheerio. Right this way. And he sort of turns on his heel and he goes to walk into the castle.
We're gonna have Honey Nut Cheerios? I don't even know what's going
And as
Slap Dave on the shoulder, just kind of that backhand little playful thing, like, stop it, Dave.
on. Why?
Come on.
Okay.
Don't leave the strange man waiting.
Okay.
Comes the line of basis. Yeah. In we go.
Yeah, follow after Scrivener Jones.
Yeah.
So you-
Centuria will like walk up next to him and be like, "I really like your bike."
Thank you very much, madam. Yes, it is a gift from my master. You are the Centuria of Earth 27, are you not?
Am I?
You're not sure.
I don't know.
It's a dreadful thing what happened to your world. I'm very sorry about that.
She's sort of like thrown off guard, like, "Oh, thank you. No one has really understood. I appreciate it."
Yes, I applaud you for your strength and your wisdom to be able to survive all of this and still return to keep battling Omega.
She'll just smile to herself and then sort of like fall back so that she's not walking next to him anymore.
Excellent. You do notice he has a couple of books under his arm that he's carrying as well, and he does lead you all into the castle. And I think as we sort of come into Castle Furious and sort of meet Scrivener Jones and the Furions proper, I think that's a good time to end the episode for this week.
Yo, cliffhanger. As we enter the Castle of Doom.
Castle Furious. It can't be that bad.
Yeah, sounds friendly.
It's not in Latveria, so it's not Castle Doom.
Could be Castle Ravenloft. We don't even know.
Oh boy.
Surprise!
It's a megaversal crossover. No.
Not. See, we already fought Dracula.
Centuria ruined Dracula's whole day.
Yeah, she did.
Nothing like getting staked by your own weapon.
So rude. So
I think
rude.
that's appropriate. I think it's totally appropriate.
She was mad.
So yeah, thank you everybody for tuning in and hanging out with us tonight. We really appreciate it.
It's good to be back in action.
It was good to be back in action. I'm glad to see everybody out here hanging out with us. I'm going to give all the players a chance to say goodbye and plug anything they want to plug, and then I'll make a couple of announcements, and then life will be good to go. Starting with Kevin.
Okay, well, again, it's I got a double dose after not playing last week. Tonight I was 2 speedsters, and I beat myself up. That's terrible. It's great to be back playing Mutants and Masterminds. What do I plug? I mean, obviously, there's great shows on all week. Stop back for that. I'm reading a lot on the Mutants and Masterminds Facebook group. Like, there's a lot of people that are interested in this game, but they don't have a chance to get into it. So I would encourage you, find a way to play. If it's online or there's a group local, like, it really is the world's greatest superhero game. So if you love RPGs and you love superheroes, this is the place to be. Over to you, Josie.
Thanks everyone for tuning in. And as always, if you like what we do, like, share, subscribe. Help us defeat the evil Terminus algorithm that is embodying the YouTube. I will be back tomorrow night with a brand new episode of Born of Rage as they come face to face with Legend Lore, a elder weaver spirit of knowledge. So we'll see how that goes.
And I'm Kat. Come see us on Wasteland Wednesdays, playing the Fallout game that both Alex and I are in. Alex runs it. It's super fun game, and we only have a couple episodes left, which I'm really, really sad about. So come see how that plays out. But with that, I'll go ahead and just pass it to Andy.
I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. We really appreciate you guys coming out and watching us and supporting us as we bring you this rather fun superhero game. I'm enjoying myself immensely with this. Storyforge, go check out our previous episodes on YouTube. New content coming soon, I promise. Some good stuff coming.
It is good stuff. We've got a couple of really good episodes edited together, and we're getting a whole backlog of them, so they come out on a regular basis for y'all. I'm Alex still, so thank you everybody. Once just like Jonesy said, please tune in on Tuesday for Born of Rage. Please tune in on Wednesday for Wasteland Wednesday with our Treasure of Vault 23. Friday we will have more episodes of Something Dragons coming out. I do want to go ahead. We do have a show that's going to be premiering in April. May 5th is the first day that the show comes out. Our friend Will, who plays in Fallout, is going to be running Monster of the Week. And that is going to be a really, really good series. I think everybody should tune in and really, really come support Will for his first ever GMing. I think it's going to be a great time for everybody involved. To that end, we are going to have a special stream this weekend. On Saturday night, Will and I are going to get together and talk about preparing for Monster of the Week and talking about some generic GM stuff, so please feel free to come hang out with us. We'll have lots of opportunities for you all to introduce NPCs, or if you want to see specific monsters show up, we're going to have a good time just talking about that and getting some community feedback. Other than that, we are going to go ahead and raid Q Times. It looks like they're playing a game called Clear Skies, which I haven't heard of before. Oh, hey, Dustin. You just we're just wrapping up for the evening.
Hello.
Hope you're having a good night, though. Thanks for coming to hang out with us for a second. As always, everybody, thank you for tuning in. Please continue to wear your mask, make good choices, and we will see you next time.